It's already a bad intro. Just for a little bit of context, right now we're at June 2nd, and YouTube's going through a weird time right now where people aren't even able to like post or look at their channels too much, so I might not even be able to put this video up, but if you're seeing it, I guess I was. But yeah, it's a weird time right now. If you've, I don't know, glanced at my channel, you might have seen that I'm trying to revitalize this channel to what it used to be. And more specifically, not really what it used to be, like better than what it used to be. Because I used to have videos on this channel, and I would do just random opinion videos and rants and what have you. It was very early on YouTube. You could just get at least some sort of audience by doing that. And right now I've been trying a lot of different things in order to try to revitalize this channel for the sole purpose of getting my name out there. You know, because I want to get my name out there because I want people to see me. And I know that sounds bad. I know that sounds kind of narcissistic and what have you. But, you know, I mean, YouTube's still pretty big right now. You know, a lot of people do it, and people still see people from it. But it's difficult. It's difficult because I'm finding it hard to think of things to do in order to show that off. I tried for a little bit just trying to do the same thing that I did before, with just random off the cuff rants and giving my opinions on different things. I did a few episodes of a version of what I would do on my old show back in the day, but right now, I get, again, it's only 2 videos, and I guess I can't really say that it's not working. I mean, I'm not really doing it too much, but you know, they're not really getting a lot of traction in regards to views or comments or what have you. So I'm not really sure that it's what people want anymore. And if I'm being honest, when I made the video and when I go back and actually look at them, I'm not really sure that I'm really too pleased about it either. You know, I'm still going through a weird kind of a transition right now, which I guess that's kind of makes sense, because I'm going through that same thing in life. You know, so a problem that I have right now is that YouTube, I actually did try to make a edited video like people do, you know, on YouTube now. I did try to make an edited video. I actually spent time writing a script, shooting for both audio and video, editing together, everything for a video review of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, which I wanted to do because the Blu-ray release is coming out on Tuesday, and I wanted to just say, hey, you know, because this is coming out, I wanted to just do a special review of this movie. But it's one of those situations where I put the video up, and the first thing that it does is it gets blocked. Now, I'm not talking about it didn't get flagged for copyright or anything like that, because it did get a few copyright claims on it. I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned is that people can't see it. I've had videos before where there are copyright claims on it, and I just don't get ad revenue, which I don't care. I don't have a big enough audience to really get any of that. And even if I did have a big enough audience where I would get ad revenue, I don't want ad revenue. And even if I did have a big enough audience to get ad revenue out of it, I would not want it, because I don't want to do this for ad revenue. I want to do this so that I can show off who I am, so that I can leverage that into something else. be it a position in some sort of in a creative position like a writer or something, or an actor. I always say that I do want to kind of turn this into an acting thing, but there are a couple of problems with that. One, just look at me. I'm not exactly, leading man material. I'm barely the funny fat guy material. I'm even too, not great for even that. But also, I live in the middle of nowhere. Right now I live in Kansas at the moment, like literally smack dab in the middle of Kansas, so that's not happening either. And I'm never going to make enough money in order to move out to California or New York, or a place that I would be able to make that kind of dream come true. I've always wanted to be a writer so that I can, I don't know, like just write something, and I would be able to so that I would be able to have someone notice it and say, hey, I like this thing that's going on here. Let's work with this guy. Let's do that. But honestly, I understand that that's just a lazy way of looking at it. Like I'm just gonna write something brilliant and someone's just gonna see it. It's just opportunity's just gonna fall into my lap. I know that that's not feasible. I know that, but I don't know what to do. Every day I get a little bit older, and every day I don't accomplish anything good, any progress towards that. I mean, things are good right now. I have a place to live, even though it is with my parents, although I am planning on changing that in the next couple months, hopefully. I am still in, I wouldn't say tremendous debt. I mean, I can hope to get my debt cleared, at least the stuff I can clear by September, so that's good. And then that'll help me to move out and, of course, get a new car, which I desperately need. But I just don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. I get frustrated a lot, and I get sort of what's the word? I get deterred into doing this because I don't know what to do. And again, every day a day goes by and I don't do anything. I don't do anything towards making this dream a reality because I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make this dream a reality. If there was a step-by-step, even if those steps were hard, if there were a step-by-step guide that I could just follow and say, this is what you need to do to at least get that chance, then I would follow it. But there's nothing. Everyone has their own sort of setup. Everyone has their own thing, but it's all just kind of coming at me that I just get a couple things into my head. Am I good enough? Am I actually talented? Do I deserve to be in this position? But and as well, is the reason that I'm not drawing people's attention is because I'm not good enough? Or is it just because, again, there's all these systems where I just can't break into it? How do I break into it? How do I get people to notice that? Is it all just knowing people? I don't know anybody. I mean, I barely know anybody, like just regular people, let alone I don't know anybody in any kind of position to help me out. And so I think, how can I make my YouTube channel about that? What can I do? If I keep making these video reviews, sure, the Power Rangers review is blocked right now, but I disputed it, and hopefully within that 48-hour period, it'll be back up, at least that temporarily, and Fox will either see it and say, oh, this is just a review, just let that go up, or they'll just not pay attention to it and just say, oh, it's, whatever. We got too many other stuff to do, making movies and TV shows and what have you, so they'll just leave it alone. Hopefully that'll be the case, and then I can keep going with that series, and I can keep making videos like this, and I can keep saying, this is what I want to do. But what else can I do? What is a What is something that I can bring to the table that other people can't? Because I'll be honest, that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers review and the other video reviews that I have planned, I mean, they're very derivative. Like when I was writing it and when I was shooting it, I was saying, you know what, this is like a video that I would see on Channel Awesome. This is like a Nostalgia Critic review. This is like a less polished Nostalgia Critic review. Now, that's what it is, and I know that, and I know that's what this is, but that's the style that I know. You know, that's the style that I like. But is this the style that people want anymore? I mean, is there a gap because, you know, people don't want to be associated with Channel Awesome anymore? Is there a gap because Nostalgia Critic's star has fallen a bit? Is there that gap that needs to be filled, or do people just not care anymore? You know, I mean, I know that if it does come up, it's not going to blow up right away. People don't care. You know, people aren't just going to care right away. I have to do something in order to draw people's attention. But what can I do? What can I do that hasn't been done? What is a market that I can tap? That I can say, hey, this is something. You know, I mean, there's so many things that I'm interested in. People have already covered wrestling. People have already covered anime in a much funnier way than I can. People already covered toys, like haul videos. All these things have already been covered, and I feel like I don't have a voice in this. I don't have a unique perspective to bring to this, except the fact that I want to do it. I do want to do this. This isn't something where I'm just saying like, oh, I want to do this because I see other people doing it. I want to do this because I want to do this. I don't want to do necessarily YouTube as a career, but I want to do this because I got nothing else going on. You know, I have a job that I hate. I live a mostly hermit lifestyle. I get out a couple times, like maybe once a week, you know, other than work, but mostly I just stay at home. And I feel like, I mean, I'm 29 now. And I feel like if I don't put more of an effort into it, it's going to be sooner or later, it's going to be too late. I've had like mini panic attacks where I felt like it was already too late for me. And then I say to myself, well, it's not too late. You're still young. You're only 29. But then I also think, am I just fooling myself? Am I just fooling myself into thinking I'm still young enough? You know, am I actually young enough? I don't know. But that's the kind of thing that I have to think about. That's the kind of thing that I have to kind of get past. Because this video and this whole thing is really just me kind of venting out all these frustrations that I have about trying to make it and trying to put out these videos. I don't want to make ad revenue off of this. I don't want to make, I don't want to put ads on it. I don't want people to donate. I don't want anything like that. I just want to make videos, and I want them to be noticed by people, and I want them to be noticed by not only fans, not only people who would enjoy them, but also people who would see me and say, hey, I want to take a chance on that guy. I want to take a chance on that guy and say, hey, I believe in you. I think that you're good enough. I think that you have a great personality. I think you have a great kind of style. I think you have I think that you're funny and, oh my God. Oh God, this sounds bad. This sounds really bad. I'm just saying all these things and I'm just, oh my God. If somebody actually watches this, they're going to think that I'm so fucking full of myself. Oh, I just hate doing this. But again, this is all just, you know, just a little vent thing. But I know that I can't give up. I know that I'm going to keep going, and I know that I'm going to, eventually I will find that one thing, that one niche, that one thing that I can do that nobody else can, or at least something that I can do better than everybody else. I know that I'm going to find that. I just have to find it. So this video isn't a pity party. This video isn't something where it's, oh, I'm not very good, I'm not very successful, you know, feel bad for me. No, this is me saying that I will find it. And I want this to be a reminder to myself that I did have those doubts, but those doubts, all I have to do is just reconsider them. And all I have to do is know that I can do this, that I am good enough, that I will find that success if I keep trying. I can't just still be sitting around and just expecting things to just, opportunities to fall in my lap. I have to do this. Because I know that I have something to prove. I know that I have something to give to this world. I know that I'm good enough. I know that I am the one nerd.